Oh, warm up.
Right, stroke next 14, so again we just get the one shot here, 372 yards. Oh, now you're having your warm up.
I'm still cold.
What club are we going with here?
I think I will be going with either the hybrid or the 3-wood. I think I might be tending to favour the 3-wood from the white tees.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit longer, isn't it? The hole's nearly 400 yards, as we said. Really, you just want to hit something, aim at that bunker, and leave yourself within kind of 150 yards. So is there any particular shot here that you're seeing, that you're envisaging? Do you look for a shot, or do you just kind of hopefully aim down the middle and go for it?
I'm just starting to try and think about manufacturing shot shapes a little bit. I mean, you obviously want to draw for this one if you're where you're aiming.
I don't think it matters too much about shot shape. I think it matters that you can visualise in your head some kind of a shot.
Yeah.
So be that just a shot going towards the bunker,
Yeah.
be it a trajectory, be it a window in the air that you're going to pick it to go through, something just to take your mind away from maybe thoughts about the golf swing and stuff like that, because sometimes if you overthink it, that's generally where you can slip up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not bad, it's going to get down there a bit. It's a straight miss, mate, it's not too bad. We'll move on. So not the best tee shot there, but important to always think positively. It was a straight miss, you can still see the golf ball and you're still in play. I think a lot of people, when they do a shot like that and top it, you're almost more annoyed than if you blaze it 200 yards into the trees.
But I think you shouldn't be, it should be the other way around.
Yeah, you're in play, you've progressed. So now the hole is going to be around, you've hit it about 110, 120, so the hole's around 250 yards now. Do you try and get a hybrid as close there as you can, or do we say, right, let's think of a yardage that I like, i.e. 100 yards, and try and progress onto that?
Option that one. So a nice little, maybe in this wind,
Option
maybe
B, I think it was.
Option B, option 8 iron, I think.
Option 8 iron, yeah, like it a lot. Maybe a 7 at a push. I think if you look at where those bunkers are, you want to make sure you're going past those bunkers. Last thing you want to do is hit a good shot now and be penalised for it. Where are you going to start this ball?
Just because I'm naturally leaning over, so I think if I almost aim over the 150 mark just in front of the
left-hand one.
The left-hand one, if I aim it for that 150 mark, and hopefully it might just fade off into the middle of fairway.
Yeah, so finish around where that big tree is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Progressing. So again, they're not Foxy's best shot, and I know there'll be people screaming in the comments saying you need to do this to your swing, you need to do this to your game, you need to fix this. Yes, there are things in Foxy's game that we're going to work on and fix, but also you're not going to try and do that out here on the golf course. That would be criminal, especially when you've bogeyed the first, so you're playing to your handicap, you've hit 2 shots, you're 160 yards away now, still front flag actually, so you could still get on in 3, you could still make par. So let's not think too technically about things, and I think you need to go more down the route of sporting ability. So you've played rugby, you've played cricket, but if you were going to bowl, you wouldn't start thinking too much technically. You'd think, right, I need to get this ball to those stumps.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know cricket. You're going to get this ball to these stumps in the most efficient way possible.
Yep.
So we're going to get that ball on that short grass in the most efficient way possible. Do you go for this now? We're probably 160 yards.
Yeah, I go for this.
Yeah.
I go for this, either a 7 or a 6, I think.
Yeah, I think 7 gets you there.
Bear in mind, I've still not warmed up yet, have I? So I don't know you're not bothered.
It's placing, so we'll place it. So the last 2 shots there didn't really get off the ground for you. One was a top and one was a little bit of a low scuttler. So for me, that means that we're trying to help the ball up in the air. So one thing I want you to think about here is just make sure that you're delivering that club into the ball moving down. So you're going to try and take a nice divot after the ball, let the loft do the work and go from there. Again, we're not thinking too technically, but you don't want to keep doing the same mistake again.
No.
Because that's the definition of insanity.
Being an idiot.
Great strike. Keep an eye on it. Yep, that's fine. on away with that one there. It just skipped over this yellow hazard. What are you thinking now? We've got quite a difficult shot. Actually, this is a front flag on a 2-tier green.
I'm thinking my go-to always here, something like this, is always get me sand wedge out, 56.
Yep.
I think we've been working quite hard on it. I know we went past, we've even thought about 7-iron into bank and whatnot, but I think it's that wet. I think it's almost
that's
like
the thing,
just sticking to the side here.
Absolutely, you have to play to the conditions. It is quite wet and boggy, even though that fringe does look delightful actually, but that could quite easily just stop in there and roll all the way back down.
Yeah.
I think the shot personally, if you do look up there, we do have a back tier as well. So if you go to land it anywhere near that flag, even if it goes long, it should come back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
So it's kind of a 40-yard pitch shot, isn't it?
It's not being scared of this one. It's to committing and getting through this.
Yeah, get yourself on the green, give yourself a putt for bogey. Hopefully we make it. If we don't, we move off with nothing more than a 6. Which still isn't a bad score to say how you played the hole.
No, which was being shocking.
So what are your key points here over this shot, Fox?
Weight left.
Yep.
Still giving myself a little bit of room so I can actually swing the club.
Yep.
And then not loading into my because I've been doing that, haven't I?
Yep.
Just keeping my arms
So
moving.
keep your lower body nice and still once you've set that weight left. Lovely. Right guys, I've come up to the green here just to show Foxy how big a surface area he has got to aim at. This is quite a daunting shot when you're down there, but if you do come up and have a look, there's all this room we can kind of play it into, and everything funnels back down towards the hole. Let's see how he gets on from down there. Good, hinge those wrists. Nice, that is lovely. And that's as good a shot as I wanted him to play, because if he tries to get too cute with that, actually if that went a tiny bit more it would start coming back down, but if you got too cute with that, you're down at the bottom of the hill. You've already made a few mistakes on the hole already, so it's important that you just take your medicine, try and get out here with a 5 or a 6 at the max.
I think just right edge.
I'd be going a little bit more just on the basis of this ridge here. Hey, I left this in the hole earlier from a video we did.
Did you?
Yeah. So like say if you came and had a look from this other side now, and you were going to put back up to the ball, it's probably about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in it.
Let's have a look. Yeah, from here it looks a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, so just giving yourself that second opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, you might, because your problem is as well, if you didn't give it enough, and then your pace was a tiny bit off, you could end up being 4 feet down there.
I was thinking almost there, but then I'm looking at that from that angle. You're almost thinking your line.
It's all going to die down to the hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're ever unsure, just give it a little bit more.
Could that be applied to more than one thing in life?
Absolutely. How do you want the flag?
Leave it in for us, pal, just in case.
That's wonderful. Keep coming in, keep coming in. You see it taking that break now.
Yeah.
Very good, mate. We'll see that in, but that's a fantastically worked double bogey, which I know doesn't quite sound right, but that could have quite easily been a lot worse. Right, we're 3 over par through 2, but we're not too far away from a handicap.